to Be a Nature Detective by Millicent Selsam. Pictures by Ezra Keats. What happened here? The detective says. Who was here? Where did he go? A detective has many ways to find out. One way is to look for the marks someone or something has made. Fingerprints, footprints, the tracks made by car tires. Sometimes a detective finds a hair, a button, a piece of torn clothing. All of these things are clues. They help a detective answer these questions. What happened? Who was here? And where did he go? Sometimes mothers are good detectives. You can be a detective too, a special kind of detective, a nature detective. Nature detectives find tracks and clues that answer these questions. What animal walked here? Where did it go? What did it do? What did it eat? Where does a nature detective look for clues? Almost anywhere. In a backyard, in the woods, in a city park. You can find tracks in many places, in mud, in snow, in sand, in dust, even on the sidewalk or on the floor. Wet feet or wet, muddy paws can make a track anywhere. Here is a problem for a nature detective. Here is a cat. Here is a dog. There is a dish for the cat. There is a dish for the dog. The cat's dish has milk in it. The dog's dish has meat in it. Who drank the milk? Who ate the meat? Look at the tracks and see. Look at the tracks that go to the cat's dish. These were made by an animal that walks on 4 feet. And you can see claw marks in the front of the toes. The cat has 4 feet and sharp claws, but so does a dog. Who went to the cat's dish? We still don't know. Let's look for more clues. Now look at the tracks, the other tracks, the tracks that go to the dog's dish. There's no more claw marks. Did you ever watch a cat walk? A cat walks on 4 feet, but the tracks of his hind feet fall exactly on the tracks of his front feet. So his footprints are one behind the other in a line. They look like footprints of an animal with only 2 legs. A cat pulls his claws in when he walks, and that's why he does not leave claw marks. Now, do you know who drank the milk and who ate the dog food? Tigers and panthers make tracks in a single line, just like the cat. Most of you won't be tracking tigers and panthers, but you may see fox tracks. The footprints of a fox are in a single line, like a cat's footprints, but they have claw marks like a dog's. What kind of footprints will a rabbit make? You can see the rabbit has little front paws and big hind legs, feet. The little front paws will make little paw prints like this, and the big hind feet will make big tracks like this. Now, here is another problem for a nature detective. Who went lickety-split across the snow? A rabbit, of course. But which way did he go? This way or this way? Did he go to the tree? Or did he go away from the tree? It looks as if he went this way, doesn't it? You can see the marks of the front paws ahead of the big hind feet. But do you know how a rabbit jumps? Look at that. When a rabbit jumps, he puts his hind feet ahead of his front paws. What happened here on a snowy day? You can see the rabbit tracks in the snow. You know that they are going this way. All at once, the rabbit tracks are far apart. That means the rabbit began to take big jumps. Was he in a hurry? Why? Did you see those tracks coming out of the woods? Those footprints have claw marks like a dog's, but they are in a single line, like the tracks of a cat. Who could have made those tracks? There's only one answer. A fox. Now you know why the rabbit was in a hurry. Did the fox catch the rabbit? Look again at the picture on page 25. Look carefully. There are big hoof prints in the mud near the river, and there are little hoof prints too. Who was here? It was a mother deer and her baby fawn. They came to the river for a drink. Somebody sat down on the muddy bank of the river. Who? This is the mark of a round, fat belly. These back footprints were made by webbed feet. And somebody made these tracks that go right into the water. A bullfrog came out of the river. He sat on the muddy bank to rest. And only a snake leaves tracks like this. A snake came down the river. Then he slithered into the water. Here are more tracks in the mud near the river, and there is a little pile of empty shells too. They are crayfish shells. The tracks look like something like hands and feet of a baby, but look at those long claws. A raccoon made those tracks. Raccoons like to eat crayfish and eat them. So now you know what had happened. A raccoon had dinner here last night. He found crayfish in the river. He ate the crayfish, and he left the shells in a little pile. What's going on here? This is what's going on. And what happened here? This is what must have happened. The water came in from the ocean and made a little pool. Then the sandpipers came to the pool. They dipped their beaks into it for food, and they left their tracks all around the pool. After a while, the water in the pool sank into the sand, and now there were only the marks of the water and the tracks of the sandpiper. A nature detective can find many clues on the sandy beach. When you walk on the beach in the morning, look for the seagull tracks. They can tell you which way the wind was blowing when the gulls landed there. Like airplanes, seagulls take off facing into the wind. First, gulls must run along the sand to get up speed for a takeoff. And as they run, their toes dig deeper into the sand. Here are all the gull toe tracks are all in a line facing east. So you know the wind came from the east. Tracks are good clues for a nature detective, but there are other clues too. A nature detective learns to look and listen and smell. He can find clues in the backyard, in the woods, or in the city park. Do you know who made these tracks? Follow the tracks and see. And who made these tracks?